Hello and welcome back. As a psychotherapist, I'm an intern psychotherapist because I'm getting my master's degree in social work. So, because I'm currently doing that, and that is my obsession, and I really want to be able to kind of share some insights that I'm finding when working with people who have just started going to therapy. Like, I guess that was kind of a piece of going into social work and just into therapy in general. I wasn't realizing that that's right. There are lots of people who have never been to therapy before. Um, and therefore, like a lot of insight, isn't even a thing for people. So that's what I want to kind of normalize, but also really just to help others who may need to go to therapy, right? So example, I have a client and wanting to be somebody else's encouragement, wanting to be like that light, and that's all wonderful. But if you, the human, are struggling with depression, anxiety, whatever this is, it's really hard to be happy and able to be so shiny and bright for other people if that's not how you're feeling internally, right? So we talked about the cup analogy, and the cup analogy is, if you know, is the only way that you can fill up other people's cups is if your cup is overflowing. So envision a cup, envision water inside that cup, and that's your energy, that's your love, that's your, compassion for others. If you, the human, don't currently have a full cup of your own, therefore feeling loved, feeling encouraged, feelings of all these, right, positiveness that you're wanting to give other people, if it's not already full, then how do you expect to be able to give that to others? I don't know. But it's just interesting that that analogy was literally a game changer. Like, he was just like, what? Yeah, that makes total sense. So I'm like, yeah, so you need to like you need to give yourself more grace around when you are struggling in order to then be able to give everyone else grace when they're struggling to help lift them up and, uplift them. Uh, yeah, I just thought that that was cool, that was so revolutionary for him, that I was like, oh, yeah, I guess I just thought a lot of people knew about that analogy, but I guess like just generational, and depending on if you've done your own work or not, with therapy, makes sense. Because, I mean, it's just a perfect analogy, especially when it comes to being a mom, but also being sober, right? Because a lot of the time, the reason why we are drinking, the reason why we are going towards that other thing, whether it's substance, whether it's food, whatever, fill in the blank, makes sense that if we are currently not full, right, our cup isn't full, because what we're wanting is to fill that, to fill the void, what isn't being full can't be there for others. Just can't be. Like, it's just not possible. Or you can be there and it's super fake and not authentic, right? Because if you're currently struggling, like to get out of bed, go to work, be available to, your basic needs, then that's just not authentic. That's not real to you if you're trying to uplift others and you're just barely surviving, right? Um, so that's why I talk a lot about the inner child work in my therapy sessions, because that is just kind of it's less abstract than like parts work, I believe. It's a little bit more obtainable. So by letting people understand the inner child, then we're able to really have a little bit more self-compassion with ourselves and where we currently are, in this world and on this planet. So You are loved, you matter, you deserve to be safe. And comment below what resonates with you. I'm going to do a whole video on mantras, uh, and just to hope. I mean, I feel like all of this is connected to GLP-1, losing weight, being sober, being a mom, um, just mental health, girl, mental health. All right. Love you. Bye.